How many of you are looking for a sweet treat that helps with anti-aging, reduces heart disease, is antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal, also fights sore throat, cough, and flu, improves health as well as digestive in gastrointestinal disease, respiratory issues like asthma, and also can help with wounds and burns? We've come here today to speak to a keeper of the bees who will tell us about the benefits of raw honey.
Okay, so today I took off a second super that I had on here. And a super is where the bees collect their honey or make the honey. So there was a double, another one on top. You can see that this is smaller in height than these. These are called deeps, and these will be what the bees overwinter and live in. During the summer, you put a super on to, that's where they make the honey for you. When I opened it up, I noticed all the cells were capped, which means the honey was ready to be extracted. This super, however, the honey comb cells were still open, which means it's wet. And if you extracted that honey, it would ferment or actually rot and not be any good later because it contained too much moisture. One thing, the later you get into the summer, you want to kind of quickly take off supers because you can cause a lot of robbing. Other bees and yellow jackets will come and raid the hive. So I had to do it quickly this morning before the bees, most of them were out and about, but as quick as I can, I use a turkey feather to brush the comb off, and I put it in a bag, like the frames in a bag like this. I had a second one ready, hoping that one would be ready. But you put the frames in here and then quickly cover it with, so the bees don't get back in there. And here's a frame. I can show you in the light better. That's all capped off. So these are the caps on here that keep the honey in. There's a nice looking frame. And all of them are loaded. There's about 70 pounds of honey. The box is super heavy.
Wow.
There's a couple ways you can do this. I usually use a knife and dip it in hot water. This is a knife too that you can use for taking the comb off. It's cold. There's also a hot knife, which has a hot edge on it, and you just kind of peel it off. I haven't had a lot of success with that. But see if it'll work without being too messy. You want to expose the cells. The reason you want to just pick off the cap, because you want to put this frame back in there and they can clean it up. And they don't have to make new cells, more wax cells. So the less you mess with the cells, the better. No matter what you do, it's a messy job. Hopefully we can run some in the extractor. What I might do is just do one side of several of them. Load up the extractor, facing out.
Caps off on the outside.
So it hits that way, yeah. Okay.
If someone buys honey and it solidifies, what does that mean?
It's still good honey. It's just warm it up gently, like as you can see back there by the window. I have a gallon that actually solidified, but I put it in this warm room and it's starting to liquefy again.
So does raw honey, does it ever go bad?
No, never. They found raw honey in Egyptian tombs, so it never goes bad. And this, because it's capped off, we know it's not wet. If it wasn't capped, then it would be trouble. Okay, another, whoop. Okay, another one. Okay, one more to go. There. As you can see, there's still a lot of honey in the capping.
Do you spin it out or do you
Yeah,
run it out?
or run it through a sieve. Just let it sit in a sieve and drip out. Okay, a little bit here. Last one. All over the inside of the extractor.
Right, all along the walls.
Let's take a peek at this. A lot more needs to come out, but it's coming slow. And pull off some more of the capping, just to make sure the comb see how nice and clean those are? They're empty. Where the ones that are at the caps are kind of probably still have honey.
And here we have honey, raw honey, antimicrobial, antibacterial, good for heart health, lung and respiratory health, gut health, helps with cough, cold, flu, and can be used for wound and burn care. From start to finish, it's worth its weight in gold in healing care. Be a praise of glory.